A mother killed in front of her own children and a teenage girl murdered and tossed near train tracks. Two separate cold cases more than 2 decades ago, but now a common link could finally give families some answers. New at 10, Brenda Elise Gonzalez spoke to family members tonight who explained how those two cases may be tied together.
Amy, there's at least one person who ties these two cases together. A woman who was having an affair with one of the victim's husbands was also previously had been in a relationship with the victim's boyfriend. There still isn't much evidence to prove who the killer is, but tonight both families remain hopeful.
You're reopening an old wound.
There's not a whole lot Josh Alt remembers about his mom.
Because of how young I was, but that memory has always stayed.
It's that one memory that continues to haunt him 20 years later, the night of his mother's death.
I remember coming out to find my sister, crawling very close to Mom.
Someone locked Josh inside a closet at his house and then shot and killed his mom, Diana Alt. His sister, a baby at the time, was in the room with her. He was 4.
And I can remember seeing the blood on the floor.
Independence police closed Alt's case. No one was ever caught. But tonight, a new flicker of hope burns. And not just for the Alts.
I waved goodbye to her as she drove off, not knowing it would be our final goodbye.
Matt DeLeon's also looking for answers about his sister Sarah DeLeon's death. She was killed in KCK 4 years prior and more than 20 miles away from where Diana died. But both cases share a link. The girlfriend of Sarah's ex-boyfriend was also a mistress of Diana's husband.
I'm not saying we know who did it or anything, but that's how the connection is there.
Diana's case has been reopened. Sarah's hasn't, but that hasn't stopped both families from continuing to search for answers.
If I could get the closure, then maybe I could move on to bigger and better things in my life than, and just kind of let it go.
This time, together.
It just sticks with me, and I don't want to move forward until I have that closure.
If you know anything about either of these two cases that could help solve them, both families urge you to email them your tips. You can log on to KSHB.com for a direct link to those email addresses. Reporting live, Brenda Elise Gonzalez, 41 Action News.